Finally, I can come out with this video. It has taken way too long from this Mac giving me issues. That's actually the only reason why. But the point of this video is to announce that I am now sponsored by Soultone cymbals, and I am just beyond excited to work with Soultone and to create content sponsored by these cymbals, playing these cymbals. They sound fantastic. They feel amazing. And so basically this video is going to be me talking a little bit about the cymbals, a little bit about the company, and then I'm going to stop talking because I'm here to play drums. So first things first, I've got the 14-inch Extreme hi-hats. I've got the 18-inch Gospel Crash, the 19-inch Vintage Crash, and the 1964 Vintage Old School 21-inch Crash Ride. So onto the hi-hats here, just to get a little bit into the characteristics of the cymbal. On both hats, both the top and bottom, we have an unlathed bell. The body is lathed, as you can see on this camera angle here, and the bow, the very edge, is unlathed. And so what this allows me to do when I'm digging in the shoulder of the hi-hat, or the whole shoulder of the stick into the hi-hat, I'm getting a really fat, chunky sound. But using the head of the stick onto the body of the hi-hat, that allows me to get some stick definition and articulation through the hi-hats. And within the inside, if you can see there, everything is unlathed except for the bell. So there's a great chick sound with my left foot, great hi-hat sound all around, super, super versatile across all genres. Next up, we have the 18-inch Gospel Crash. It's got an ultra-ish hammered bell. The profile is a little bit more of a medium cymbal. It's a little bit beefier. It's got a lathed bow and body, and it's got a little bit of a hammer pattern happening there. Another fantastic cymbal, pretty much for all genres except like jazz or something that you need a little bit of a darker tone. This is a much brighter cymbal. Onto the 19-inch Vintage. This is a different lathe type and a different hammer type compared to the other two cymbals. Well, not just this cymbal, but all the cymbals have fantastic decay. But this is definitely more of like a washy, a little bit more of a buttery cymbal. It definitely, plays into the term vintage cymbal. And then onto the Crash here, or the Crash Ride. It's very similar to the Vintage Crash, but the hammer pattern is slightly different. This is more appropriate for jazz or funk, R&B, even some hip hop. This would be the cymbal I would use for rock or definitely metal. But there are more cymbals on the way. I'm going to be getting a China, a Stack, a Splash, and a Crash Ride, probably the 21-inch, maybe even a 22 Extreme Crash Ride. So look out for the videos for that. One thing I will say, when I was talking to Soultone, who's based in LA, and there's a 3-hour time difference here from the greater Toronto area, every time I would have my my calls with them, one thing I would always wonder is if the different series of cymbals will actually complement each other, because I'm not there to actually sit there and play the cymbals. But I'm going to try my best not to touch the microphone too much here. But one thing I did hear in a ton of demo videos, either made by Soultone or other Soultone artists, is that each cymbal line does actually complement each other. And I'm so excited that that is the case here, from the Gospel series to the Extreme to the Vintage, even the Latin series, the RA, the Custom Brilliant, they all very much complement each other. One thing that really does amaze me is how I don't need to give a lot into the cymbal to get a response from it. I can just put a little bit of effort into getting, the desired sound, and it comes out right away. Look how chipped my stick is. So I'm going to stop doing the talking. I'm going to get to playing, because that's what we're here for. All the love and respect for Soultone for supporting me and my music career. Thank you to everybody that's been so supportive of me getting the sponsorship. Clearly, this is a huge advancement in my music career. So without further ado, here are some drums.